Okay, guys, this is Dave's LFC Chats on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. I've got a legend with me. It is Daz O'Connor in the house, Liverpool Connection podcast, live from Texas. It isn't live, it's been recorded, but you know what I mean. And there's only one topic to talk about, and that is the German Jurgen Norbert Klopp. The legend continues. More than a manager, as I say in the thumbnail, and he is more than a manager. He's a father figure. He's Shankly-esque. He's DNA. He's legendary. He's all those things. He is unbelievable. He's the father everybody wanted. He's the man. He's Father Christmas. He's unbelievable. I mean, sad news yesterday. I don't know where you were when the news broke. I know it would have been early in Texas for you. It was about 10:45 a.m. here. I was in work and I got actually Liverpool notification from the Liverpool website, straight away, and seeing something about Klopp special announcement. I was like, wow, maybe we're going to get an extension here. Maybe we're going to get a year or two. That was the first thing that came to my mind. Here we go. He's sitting down. It's going to be an extension like the last time. I'm extending my contract. I'm so happy. Klopp Mark II. I'm ready to rock and roll. And all of a sudden, the air went out of the balloon, baby. It was reality hit. Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't the boom that we're accustomed to, are we? But yeah, I got up early yesterday morning because I was taking one of my girls to surgery, and yeah, it was like 4:30 a.m. And I had all these pings on my phone as well, and as you do this day and age, you check your socials, you wake up, you just do, and I was just like, what is this? And as you do again, you're just like, there's just fake accounts posting stuff. But then I saw the video, and then live from LFC.
The journalist jumped on it then as well.
Yeah,
Peter.
I was like, this can't be happening. This cannot be happening. But I've seen the video like about 3 times now. And people are trying to dissect the video to suit their own agenda.
Yeah.
I just think what he said is truthful. I don't think he's ever lied in his life. He's not that type of person. But you could see it happening from last season. I thought he was going to throw in the towel last season. I really did.
Yeah.
And as he said, it took him this summer he questioned himself again. We're talking about the transfers and can he go again? And then, I'm sure it probably hit him in September or early October. And then he was like, this is the right decision, November. How they kept it quiet, I have no idea, because there's always like a fly on the wall somewhere in Liverpool Football Club. I
think only the hierarchy, I think only the top echelons, maybe 6-7 people knew, and he didn't tell the team. I thought I misread it. I thought he had told the team in November. Because there's no way he told the team in November. Kept it going that long. I say he told the likes of Pep Linders, me or Peter Krauts, the top senior guys in the team, maybe even John Octoberg, people like that, and then obviously Werner and Henry and that level, and they knew. But I'd say what happened there as well was, look, we need time to look for a manager as well. So if you announce it end of January, it gives us 4 or 5 months instead of announcing it in May when you're lifting the Europa League Cup in Dublin, baby. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully. That could be his last game. That'd be some iconic thing, that would.
It would, wouldn't it? But no, I think he was, very respectful to FSG and the club. And I think that's why he told him in November. I mean, he could have waited and waited, but I think they've already started the process of, looking, or they might have even got their man already, especially with the backroom staff saying they're all leaving. That kind of tells me they've already, at least probably got...
They've something written down, a gentleman's agreement type of thing. You know what I mean?
But back to Klopp, though. I mean, as you say earlier, like, you just knew there was something special about him when he came in 2015. And, you throughout these 8.5 years, you've hung on every word he said. Every presser, apart from last season. Last season's pressers were just downright, awful. But just his pressers before that, just his jovial, sarcastic self.
Showing the white teeth and the laugh.
Yeah,
was gone last season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's back this season, and yeah, it's just a shock. I mean, yesterday you saw the little video I did. I mean, it took me like 5 times to actually get through that. But it's so funny because, you know, my wife brought me back to reality and was like, he's not dead. But I was like, but you don't know.
He's dead. He's dead in a football sense because, I mean, we live in a bubble. We live in a football bubble. I mean, I'm doing this YouTube stuff since probably late 18, the year we lost the famous with the 3-1 against Madrid and Klopp, the football, the rock and roll football and stuff. And I'm doing this, and it's fairly hectic doing this, even though it's Mickey Mouse little channel, and you're doing this, you're watching YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Instagram, and what it must be like for him, 24/7, like a rock star level, you know, like someone like Michael Jackson or Madonna, at that level he's at. We're walking down the street. He can't walk down the bloody street anymore. He can't walk his beloved dog anymore around Liverpool without being asked A, for an autograph, or B, for a selfie, or C, for a question or an answer. And I can understand that. I mean, I'd probably be asking myself if I see, maybe not an autograph, but definitely a selfie. But I mean, like, it's, and the normal one when he came in, the special one was Mourinho, and he says, I'm the normal one. I think he craves he craves a normal life. And it's in the Liverpool bubble, when he's in Liverpool, around the club, around the team on match day, normal life goes out the window, baby. It's over. You're megastar level. You are a megastar level in the football world. And he did point at that yesterday. I don't know in the full interview, if you heard it. He craves that normality with his family, maybe sitting in a little German village or somewhere in England or Ireland or whatever, having a beer or a coffee and just living in the moment type of thing. And he's running out of time to have that moment again. Do you know what I mean? And people probably don't understand that live normal lives like us. You know what I mean? Until you're in that zone of megastar, fucking famous person, one of the most famous managers in the world right now, no doubt about it, and the best. So I think he craves that normality. Look, it has to be hard for his family, Ula, and his I know his 2 young fellas are grown up and stuff, but you want some normality there. Go away on a nice holiday and take a sabbatical, maybe a year out. Now, you probably get the German job, who knows? But he won't be back in England, which is probably good news for us, you know?
It is, but I also think, like, to be honest, the Sven-Göran Eriksson thing hit him hard as well. I just think with Sven, you know, he doesn't know
Life's too short. Life's too short. Yeah,
I think it really did. I mean, I'm sure that wasn't like, you know.
No, but his mind was made up in November, wasn't it? So
yeah, but you know that's gotta play on your mind as well. Just like, you know, how short we are on this earth, and you know, he's got the grandson back in Germany.
That's it. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah.
It's just he wants to live a normal life, and we put him on this pedestal. You know, he's Superman to me. You know,
rightly so. By the way,
he's Shank's, you know, part 2.
Shank DNA, Shank DNA. Yeah.
You know, I never really got to really see much of the Shank side because I was just too young to comprehend it. You know, my granddad went through all of that. But this generation, we're going through Klopp, and you know what I said it in the video. What he's done for Liverpool, the city, the people, the football club. I can't thank him enough. He's given me some of the best days of my life.
I'm going to ask you a question in a few minutes about what was one of the best days. There's too many. I mean, I did a video with Keaton Ivan a few minutes ago, live video. It was a half an hour, and trying to say, like, what was your best moment? What's your memorable moment? I mean, there's too bloody many. And I did mention that we could make a compilation on a DVD. That shows you my age, doesn't it? Fucking DVD. What are you talking about? But you know what I mean? Or VHS. But like, I mean, obviously the game, the 4-0 against Barcelona. I mean, that's 100-year level. That's going back 100 years. You'd be going, well, remember that game? I won't remember it. But you know what I mean? That's like 3-0 against the Spanish champions that had been Spanish champions that week only. 3-0 down, Lionel Messi, Suarez, Coutinho, that 4-0 comeback there. So many comeback wins, things, interviews, even his interviews with his big shiny teeth and some of the smart things he says, and, oh, I like your voice, that French voice, all these little nuances and funny mannerisms and sort of comedic type you know, things that he brought to the, never mind the football team, to the press conferences. Like, people would probably go to pay in to watch a press conference, never mind a match. You know?
Yeah, I think for me, like one of my favourite moments, and I wasn't even there, I just saw it on the telly, is the parade when he did the...
Yeah, sitting on the
Just
bus.
laughed.
On
That's
the bus.
him. Yeah, and he just laughed, and
Yeah.
and I think that encapsulates his personality. He's just like, I can't believe it. We just won 6. This is number 6.
Let's talk about 6, baby. Let's talk about you and me. You know what I mean?
He's just such a big presence around the club and around the city. That's what we're gonna miss. But I think as a fan base, we've got to stop this. Like, who's the next Klopp? There is no next Klopp. There's only one Klopp.
No.
There's only one Stevie G.
There only ever will be. There's only one Shankly. There's only one Paisley.
Yeah, we'll move on like we have done. Yeah. Like
it's not easy though. Yeah, I mean,
no, it's not easy.
I mean, you know, managers come and go, players come and go. I was sad Gerrard left. I was sad when Kenny left. There was different circumstances with Kenny, of course. You know, very emotional around that time. There was even Benitez. To be fair, I was sad when he left. I thought he brought a lot to the club. Houllier, you know, there's certain managers you get an affinity with, you know, become nearly a father figure around the club and stuff. But nobody in my living memory don't quite remember Shankly and Paisley that much. But other than maybe Kenny, encapsulated not only the club, the bricks and mortar of Anfield, you know, but the actual city of Liverpool. Now, you're a Scouser, I'm a Dubliner, but you know what I mean? Just the whole got the whole deal, basically. Got the deal from day one. Doubters to believers, all this in the interview. You seen the interview we did. You knew from that bloody interview, this was going to be the man. This is going to be the boy. I wasn't quite, as I told you earlier, my man passed away only about 10 days after Klopp had signed for Liverpool. So my mind was somewhere else. But when he signed, I knew this was the real deal. This is the guy that could maybe take us on a level. I didn't dream we'd win the league. I didn't dream we'd win a Champions League, be in 3 Champions League finals, win all the other cups and stuff like that. But we dared to dream, and he made us believe, as I say. And for me, the bigger thing as well was the Scousers, the Liverpool, the city, the whole footballing world. I'm thinking he became an absolute icon. The fight against Pep, and I know Pep's chatting about him yesterday or today, talking about, you know, he's one of his greatest rivals, and, you know, utter respect and all this type of thing and stuff, which it is. And to be fair, you could say we made City what they are as well, because we were the ones pushing them. We were the catalyst, and they were the ones pushing us for that year. We won the league, and the year we only, you know, lost out twice by 1 bloody point. We know the 115, that'll come back to haunt them hopefully in the next year or two. But what I'm saying is, Liverpool City, that 4 or 5 years, you have to say that was different levels. That was magical levels. That was like
two heavyweights going at each other.
Wow.
You can say all you want about City off the pitch, 115 charges, you know.
Don't worry, I will say it. I keep on saying it.
That's disgusting. But on the pitch though, City are one of the best teams in the world, and we went toe to toe with them. You know, and that's what it's about, rivalry. But yeah, you know, I also think like Klopp getting an honorary Scouser. You know, he said that's one of his proudest moments as well, and you know, obviously that means a lot to me and a lot to Liverpool. Not just Liverpool supporters though. It's just Scousers proper. Just really appreciate what he's done. You know, just like the little letters he's written, you know, to families that have been in need. It's how many managers do that, you know?
I know for a fact a lot of the top team, the top big clubs, the big Premier League clubs, they do stuff behind the scenes. There's no doubt about it. They have their own foundations, you have charities, they do. But I just think Liverpool do it the best. This is the reason I'm saying to you. I don't know whether you've seen, I'm sure you did see the video, the young lad from Monaghan in the wheelchair. Dara, the young lad from Monaghan in the wheelchair, the 12-year-old. I mean, things like that. You know, it's done the right way. There's a genuineness behind it. It's not fake. There's nothing fake about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you saw it in the presser yesterday, and then his video. There is absolutely nothing fake about
No,
Jurgen Klopp
no.
at all. So I think people just need to let it go and just be like, he needs a break. You know, whether it's a year, whether it's 2 years. I'm with you. I think he's gonna take the Germany job. I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Just so it's
There's
more
less pressure on you. It's a
day
less
to
of a
day.
day-to-day thing. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
based in Germany most of the time. You know, I think for family reasons, I think that would be his best. Maybe for, I think it's the 2026 or the World Cup or whatever, something like that. I think it would suit him. You know, we all want to see him back in football, but we want him to have a rest, don't we?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to see him back in like European football and playing us.
No, he won't be back in England anyway. We know that for sure.
No, that's
no
good,
chance.
I just wouldn't want to face him and just break my heart. You know, looking at the other dugout and he's in there. I just highly doubt it. But you know, it's a tough one. Yesterday was really tough. Today I've had a bit more time to kind of, you know, think about things. And
I thought today was tough when I woke up, because I was sort of waking up in a daydream going, was yesterday real, or was it just, I know we sound childish here, we do. I mean, I'm a grown man, I'm 51 in April, coming across as like, you know, a teenager worrying about a bleeding breakup of a boy band type of thing, you know what I mean? But I mean, like it's more than that. This means more, whatever you want to call it. Liverpool's famous things, you know, you'll never walk alone. There's loads involved. I just think he encapsulates more than the manager, and I keep saying it. There's more. We've done it. Daz, I've talked to you a few times about it. He's more than the manager. We've been saying it. There's more to him than a manager. There's a genuineness. There's a family man. There's a father figure. There's a diplomat. There's loads of things you can throw in about him. He always seems to say the right thing. He's careful in what he says. He's genuine in what he says, and that's why we all love him. I think there's no fakeness there. There's no agenda there, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, it's like, you would think if he went into politics, you would back him. I would 100% back him.
We need new leaders over here in Ireland anyway.
I think we need new leaders everywhere. But,
well, so does England, I suppose. So does England.
I mean, America, well,
there we go.
We don't need the old leader, that's for sure. That's a whole, again,
that's a different level. That's another podcast.
Oh yeah, lots of screaming, lots of foul-mouthed language there. It's you know, I'm looking forward to these next 4 months. You know, I was surprised that like some of the senior players weren't told, you know, until yesterday. Like Van
Dijk. I don't know when you've seen his video. He's the captain now. Did you see his video today? I think it was.
Yeah, but if we weren't reinvigorated, and it looks like we are, you know, because I don't think we've even been out of second gear.
I've been saying it all bloody season. Look where we are in second gear.
Not second gear, and whoever we're bringing on, whoever Klopp is picking, is doing the job. I mean, I can't give Conor Bradley enough plaudits. He's come in.
Kwanzaa's been good too.
He's done the job, and we've got Szoboszlai, Trent, Thiago. You know that
he's back in training yesterday. That was the news, Thiago.
If we can get 10 to 15 games out of Thiago, I'll be well.
I think we're winning the league if Thiago goes back for 10 games.
Yeah, because it's a miracle.
Yeah. But as I say, Jimmy, look, for the last 5 minutes, we'll talk about the rest of the season, because that's what Klopp has. So for me, look, we're out not even in second gear. We're top of the league. We're in a League Cup final against Chelsea. We've got an FA Cup game tomorrow, an emotional game at Anfield against Norwich City. And we've got the Europa League, which the final is in my hometown, in Dublin, which is Liverpool and Dublin are like, you know, brother and sister job here. It could happen. Could be written in the stars from. It's the only trophy he hasn't won, by the way. But there's a lot of football to be played, Daz. Now, the question is, apparently it was a bit emotional yesterday. The players finding out about it, and a few people, obviously the staff might have known. I don't know. But there's two things that can happen here. One is they can galvanize and go, right, let's go, baby. Look where we are. Look what we have to play for. Look what we can win. Can we win it for ourselves? Can we win it for Klopp? Let's go. You know, let's go for this. Full throttle. No fucking messing. Or it wouldn't take much. You only need 1 or 2 or maybe 3 out of a squad of 20, to huff and puff about it and put the spanner in the works. Now, I think it'll go the other way. I think it'll be a galvanised. I think because everyone loves him. They all like him. All the players like him. Everyone, the tea lady, they all love him. So I think they'll go the other way. But I just want one of the big ones. I want one of the big ones. I want him to go out with a league title or a Europa League or both.
Yeah, 100%. And, obviously we went for the quadruple a couple of seasons ago. We fell short, I still think it wasn't because we ran out of gas. I think it's because Villa,
Villa ran out of gas. 2-0
ran
up.
out of gas,
20 minutes to go. You're killing me. I don't even want to go there. Don't want to go there. Jesus Christ.
I'm with you. Win the league, win Europa. I'll be well happy. But
I'm happy with the league. If you tell me we're winning the league, I'm happy. You tell me we're winning the league now, I'll just take your hand. Podcast's over. You know what I'm saying? Big time. 100%.
Number 20. Equal Man United's haul. But I think the players are galvanised, but I also think it's good that we've got players coming back. I think that galvanises the squad as well. We're like, as we say, we're not out of second gear. And Klopp is, he's got these lads coming back. It can only snowball in a good way. I can't see us putting our heads down. I think they're going to give it all. In a football sense, as players, you want to win everything anyway. But now you've got the incentive to send Klopp off with as many trophies as you can. That the players love him. We love him. The city loves him. I just think it's going to be one hell of a send-off, and I think there's some silverware involved. I'll be back home, defo, come May. I'll be in a dinghy across the Irish Sea.
I'll be meeting you for a beer, definitely. You'll eventually meet up at the Europa League final, baby.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's crazy because Leverkusen, right, could be in the final, and wouldn't that be insane? Us versus Leverkusen.
I forgot about that. You did, yeah. Alonso against Klopp. What? That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, it's possible. Could meet them in the semis or quarters. You wouldn't know. But look, for me, it's all about galvanising. Look, we're going to leave it now in a minute or two. We'll do our parting words, as they say. But for me, it's galvanise. Get behind the team. Get players back. Get ready to rock and roll. Put it all in. Blood, sweat, tears, whatever you want for Klopp, for yourself, for your own, as a professional player. You want to win trophies. You don't want to go out and whimper. It would have been worse if we were mid-table and out of the trophies, out of the cups. And he's announcing it. And we're in mid-table and you're just going along. No, we're not. We're still up there. And as he said yesterday, we're still ready to rock. There's still memories to be made.
Mm-hmm. The best is yet to come, as he said as well. The best
is yet to come, baby. So that's the big one for me. So, look, we'll talk again, I'm sure. Definitely be talking again this side of this season because there's going to be a lot that happened, Daz. There's going to be huge amounts happen. Daz O'Connor from Liverpool Connection Podcast. Have you anything coming up on? You do loads of stuff on there. You have grown. I mean, wow. Am I reading that right with your subs on that podcast?
Yeah. It's been mental. Like, just I couldn't ask for anything better. I'm like you. It's a Mickey Mouse podcast. It's just done by me.
I wouldn't say Mickey Mouse, but more like Donald Duck.
It's just me and me mates. Doing something that we love, and people have caught on to it and they enjoy it. And that's all I can ask. Again, we talk all the time. If we have one sub, I'd be happy. That's what it's about. And again, it's not about me. It's about the guests. It's about making friends for life. Like me and you have talked, and would we? Well, we nearly met when we were at
the Anfield Rap. The Anfield Rap deal a few years ago. Yeah,
you must have been there, and I must have been about there.
Bobby Firmino song. The Bobby Firmino song.
Oh man, 20 minutes of that. But
my voice was gone at the end, and I had a few beers. I had a few beers. Good sang all night.
I could have probably kept on singing, but I had to get the train back.
I was with Jack Mack. I was staying with Jack Mack.
That's right. Yeah, Jack said that as well. Yeah, that's mental. How close proximity. We all were, but you know, again, it's because we love this club, and anything, you know, that our podcast, we just love doing it, and that's what it's about, you know.
Oh, I mean, if you didn't like doing it, you wouldn't do it. I mean, it's a hobby. I mean, it takes a bit of time. I was just thinking the other day, I have a small little channel, 10K, do a few videos, do a few interviews, you know, bit of shorts, bit of Twitter stuff, you know. It doesn't take up a huge amount of time, but it takes a bit of time because you're watching stuff, you know, notifications to come through. I was just thinking and looking at Klopp and going, what the hell his phone was like? He probably has 4 phones, you know, that type of way. And that energy you'd need at his age, early 50s, you know, it's a lot of energy. It's a 24/7. It's not just on match day, baby. More stuff goes on outside the match day. I'd say he's more relaxed on the match day because it's about football. You know what I mean?
I told me mate, because Klopp lives in Formby, where I'm from, and he lives around the corner from my sister.
Walking his dog.
And she's seen him pick up dog shit. So he's, you know, he's proper normal.
Oh, he's proper.
I told me mates, like, now
the fine is in the post, Klopp.
Yeah. Well, I told me mates yesterday, I was like, now Klopp can pick up dog shit full time in Formby.
Yeah, but he loves dogs as well, doesn't he? He's a real animal dog lover and stuff like that. But listen, let's get on your Connection podcast. I know there's an issue with time and stuff because you're in Texas and America and this is Ireland, but we'll definitely do a lot more this side of Klopp, you know, leaving, which will be a really, really sad day. You know, the long and winding road, as they say, famous Beatles, one of my favorite Beatles songs. But I've enjoyed that. Jurgen Klopp is more than a manager. The legend continues. We've a lot to fight for, Daz. We ain't giving up yet, baby. We're not throwing in any towel. Let's win a big trophy or 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. Stay safe. Talk soon. You'll never walk alone. Jurgen Klopp, keep going, baby. Let's win a trophy or 2.